Shortly before.
Faking my own death. Hope it's all worth the theatrics in the end. It was just to keep Hartman off my back, but maybe I went a little overboard. The manager must be pretty shaken up. I should apologize at some point.
At least you're a bit considerate. Lycon? Were you in on this the whole time?
You're taking longer to rest than I expected.
Yes, he was.
Lycon, you think too highly of my physical capabilities. Well, thank you for your cooperation. I must say, if nothing else, at least your acting skills have improved. Why do you look so angry? You should be happy. We pulled that off together with flawless teamwork and managed to fool everyone.
Drop your foolish facade.
I'm glad you still remember the code we set all those years ago. And thank you for ensuring your sleight of hand didn't deteriorate. Oh, right. I should also thank the blood bag hidden in my clothes and our other props. Do you remember when we last used this trick? It was probably ages ago.
Sometimes I really don't understand you. Have you never thought about what the consequences would be if I didn't understand your code? If I decided against helping you? Or if I just couldn't control my strength properly?
Yeah.
You'd understand it. Of course. If things really did go awry, I had alternative plans.
For a hand in your heart.
You wouldn't be so arrogant as to think I'd bet everything on you, would you?
You're insane.
Aw, I'm flattered.
So what exactly is the purpose behind all this? Surely after going to such great lengths to erase your own existence, you don't just plan to hide here and reminisce about the past with me. Don't try to brush this off. I've already helped you enact your plan. Tell me the truth.
Don't get your tail in a twist. I have more plans that require your assistance, so naturally I would not hide anything from you. Simply put, as things stand, whether as Hugo Vlad or as Mockingbird, I am doomed to die.
Seems you've made quite a few enemies.
As a member of the Ravenlock family, I negotiated with Edmund and managed to obtain resources from Tops for my future plans. I also confirmed what attitude they held toward your master, the Mayflower family. Meanwhile, I used my identity in Mockingbird to strike a deal with Hartman and gather information on their collaboration with the remnants of the Exaltists. That's where I got my intel on what Bringer left. Oh, by the way, the crime declaration letter that your dear mayor received, that was also sent by yours truly.
It wasn't
He's
now,
probably
huh?
figured that out by now, right? Though I'm not sure if
I suppose the mayor has been contacting us through calls and not letters.
To sacrifice attacks through his own means. It lacked an opportunity to take action. That warning letter was precisely what he needed.
You aren't hopeless yet. How delightful. In short, I'm more well-informed than your lot because I get around, dealing with all these different important figures. But of course, it comes at a cost. It's only fair. After all, you can't hide the smoke from a wildfire. Rather than trying to carefully tame it and risk setting yourself alight, it's better to let it burn free.
When I helped you put
Not
on
sure
your
how
little
that actually
act,
works.
killing you in front of everyone, you left the sacrifice core to Hartman. That was intentional too, then?
Oh, yes. And it worked like a charm, didn't it? Now no one cares for me anymore, and all eyes are on Hartman. A perfect situation for keeping the Ravenlock family in check while dealing a cutting blow to the Exaltists behind them. Another crucial point is Vivian and Phaethon. I must sever any ties they have with me or Mockingbird. Although I feel bad for Phaethon about what happened, but it had to be done. That's the only way they would be safe, allowing the plan to continue.
I noticed that
I
you
don't
never
dislike
turned
you at
away
all,
toward Master
Hugo.
Proxy. So, Those words you said back then were
You're pretty
also...
neat.
I will bloody my hands. I will carry the
You're
weight
cool in my
of
eyes,
my
at least.
sins. I will become the abyss. Obviously, it was all an act. My acting has always been impeccable, as you know.
Hugo, you're taking such a tremendous risk. Why?
Would you believe me if I said it's for justice? But unfortunately, it's not. I want revenge on the Ravenlock family. And I will make sure that despicable excuse for a human being, Hartman, suffers a slow, torturous end. Of course. I also
I won't
promised
stop you
Vivian
on that.
I would help her investigate the whole thing with the Exaltists. That's all.
You don't look too good. Is it your wounds?
No. This is the first problem I plan to resolve. Nikon, do you have a place that is sufficiently discreet, quiet, and can take a lot of damage?
Damage, huh? Lycon lends Hugo a small warehouse in Elpis. Hugo looks quite pleased with the place. After scanning the area for a moment, sits down in the chair, puts out some rope and ties himself up. Wouldn't you normally do this in a bedroom?
What exactly are you doing?
Don't look at me like that. If I didn't have to do this, I wouldn't. Hartman recently obtained a bizarre substance, most likely from those crazy Exaltists.
I figured you'd want to do this in a bedroom, not
After
some
use,
dingy,
it
dingy
allows
warehouse.
control of the victim's mind, to some extent.
You were dosed with it.
To be more precise, Lycon, I deliberately allowed Hartman to put this drug in my cup to facilitate our previous collaboration.
Hugo tells Lycon what happened back in the private suite when he was negotiating with Hartman. The only reason Hartman agreed to work with him was because of this, because he had drugged that red liquid. After that, every time Hugo and Hartman met up, the latter would always add a small dose of that drug into Hugo's cup, then ask questions attempting to glean information.
After finding out about it, I quickly found someone to help analyze its composition. The good news is he gave me a very low dosage, perhaps because he was afraid I might notice. There's a different medication that can delay its onset, preventing me from actually being under his control. I simply need to put on a show in front of my dear uncle. The bad news is that currently there is no antidote. When
So you're doomed to
delay
die from
those
this, huh?
effects, however, they will accumulate and erupt when my body reaches its limit. It may even break my mind.
I'm not a fan of that tag.
And that's exactly what's happening now. I need to endure those accumulated consequences. So, I will lock myself in this room for however long that takes. I've tied my limbs to prevent me from smashing this place or accidentally hurting myself.
Will rope suffice?
Anyway, after you leave, do not open this door, no matter what you hear.
I recommend seeking professional medical assistance.
You think they'll have a solution for this?
Is advice I received from a doctor. Or are you saying you don't believe I can make it? So, Nikon, come find me here at the scheduled time. All you need to do is smile and await my victory.
What if I want to stop you?
You know you won't succeed. You never have. And you never will. Well, time is short. Let's begin.
I understand. Don't die, you stupid bastard.
Right back at you. After who knows how long, after enduring seemingly endless pain, Hugo finally awakens. The ropes that bound had come undone. Though he didn't know what happened, Hugo checked himself over. Thankfully, he hadn't injured himself that badly while he was going crazy. After some time, Hugo straightens out his attire, tidies himself up, and opens the warehouse door.
Is this because the side effects haven't worn off yet?
Trippy.
Lycon's late. I'm surprised. Or is something wrong with time itself?
Your perception, at least.
Looks like someone's over there. Might as well go ask.
Hello, random woman. It's all your fault. Why were you born with those eyes? If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be in this mess. I had made it. I had endured for so long. All those years of planning. I was so close. He already agreed. You, go and beg him to reconsider for me, okay? Tell him you'll do anything. Tell him to take me back. No, he won't want to see you now. You can't go and see him. Mother.
It's all your fault. I wish I had never given birth to you.
The woman's face is distorted with hatred, as if the person before her is not her child, but an enemy who destroyed her future. She blames all her misfortune on this innocent child.
Everything will get better if you just die, right?
Saying that to your own child,
Die,
damn.
He'll come back. We'll have another, more perfect child. One who will inherit the Ravenlock family bloodline. Then I'll be able to escape this pain. So, Hugo, for the sake of Mommy's happiness, just die, okay?
God, what do you even say to that? She raised her hand to a revealed pair of scissors, a gleaming tip with chilling light. She thrusts a sharp object towards Hugo's paler eye. Then she suddenly vanishes, as if she had never existed at all.
So, I wasn't awake yet after all.
That's because you don't want to wake up again.
My inner demon can't be this cute.
Who are you?
I am you. Hidden deep within your heart. Your most true self. You want to kill her, don't you? Your so-called mother. Every time she beat you without reason, when she tried to gouge out your eyes, when she sold you into that hell, laughing all the while. You wanted to be the one to end her life. Why not admit your hatred? As you are, you can hunt her down and make her pay for the living hell of a childhood she made you suffer.
And you think you'll feel better after that, huh?
I hate her. I hate her because she was foolish and shallow, greedy and stupid. I hate her because she doesn't deserve to be a mother. She did everything she could to try and get into the Ravenlock family, believing she could live a life of luxury without having to do anything and never realizing she was a pawn, discarded from the very beginning.
Damn. Never stood a chance, huh?
She chose to blame me. Blame me for my heterochromia. Blame me for my very existence. But I won't kill her, because I know it won't change anything.
Good, Hugo.
She was incapable of loving me, just as she is incapable of loving herself.
Have you been brainwashed by that dog? Keeping up the act of being some magnanimous and forgiving fool?
Don't compare us. I've simply come to understand love or hate. I make my own choices, and they have nothing to do with anyone else.
She sold you to the Ravenlock family for a huge sum of money. She used that money to start a new life without you. While she was indulging herself, you were going through hell in the Ravenlock Manor. Does it not torment you Do you not feel the hatred? Do you not want to demand answers?
Even if you did, you wouldn't feel better afterward.
Only by killing her can you be truly free.
For a long time, I thought the same way. But now, well, I want to make a different choice.
Good, Hugo.
Stop lying to yourself. You never had a choice. This weak-minded thinking will only lead you to failure. Like before, you'll be nothing but a worm, trampled into the dirt by those
I don't think your words are getting through, inner demon.
Do you still not get it? This is how the world is, and always has been. Hesitate and you'll be the victim. If you don't grab your knife first, you'll end up being on the other end of the blade.
But an eye for an eye makes a blind world.
To change anything, you must first become the one who makes the rules. Just like that woman. The only reason she could treat us that way was because we were weak. So listen to me. Find that woman, kill her, and prove to this world your strength. It's what she deserves. Why forgive them? They don't deserve it.
I'm not forgiving them.
Props to the VA, this is amazing voice work.
Or rather, I don't care about them. They don't even matter, at least not yet. You know, perhaps the person I hate the most, the one I truly cannot forgive, has never been someone else.
Yourself.
But rather my weak, powerless past self who could do nothing but hide inside a closet and cry. I hate myself for having neither the strength nor the courage to resist. I hate myself for begging for so-called familial love, even after being treated so terribly. I hate that despite the pain of my wounds, I still hope to receive the carrot and not the stick. And that means you, correct?
Nothing wrong with feeling that way.
So, I forgive you. I forgive myself.
You're just a kid back then. Nothing you could have done.
You'll regret this, fool.
We're all weak as children.
Pretty words mean nothing. You will ultimately return here to me.
After an intense bout of dizziness, Hugo awakens in the dark warehouse. The ropes that bound him come undone at some point. Hugo takes a deep breath of the air, then stands up. He straightens his tire and tightens himself up. He opens the warehouse door.
I see.
Take two.
This is still an illusion.
Serena.
I wonder who's going to show up this time.
Brother! Hugo, let's play hide and seek.
Over there. By the water. Not many places to hide out here.
You'll find me, right? Like you always do.
Serena.
You're looking in the wrong place. I found an even better hiding spot this time. Harder to find than any place you showed me.
I don't remember who Serena was. I know she showed up in the flashbacks. I don't remember what she did.
Hey, Hugo. Do you ever wonder why I had to die?
It was because of me.
Keep it together, Hugo.
It was because of you. It's all your fault.
Where would she be?
If only you didn't exist, I wouldn't have had to suffer.
I'm sure this Serena wouldn't have said that to you.
Still looking in the wrong spot. after all this time.
It's a cute teddy bear. At least.
Have you forgotten about me?
A little bit. Admittedly.
I haven't forgotten.
It's okay. I'll forgive you. I'll still be nice to you, just like before. I was the only one who was ever nice to you, wasn't I?
Yes.
Then tell me, why do good people always suffer?
The world just isn't fair like that a lot of the time.
Why is kindness always punished instead? Tell me, Hugo, why?
Because the painful times stick out more than the happy ones, I guess.
Hugo, are you lost?
A little bit.
Go back the way you came. I left you a surprise there.
If he goes down one of the docks, I'll be down the other. What is this? What is this? What a cool bastard. I expected a disgusting bastard. Lady Serena was so nice to him, and yet how does he still have the nerve to stay in this house? They shouldn't have let him in from the start. Filthy, lowly blood. Curses and insults encircle Hugo, piercing his skin like frozen knives. The mockery and rage form like a wave that crashes through him, threatening to drown him. And as the cacophony reaches its peak, it goes silent. The air seems to congeal into silence, deep and oppressive, as if the time stood still, with only his rapid heartbeat echoing.
I told you that you would eventually return.
Not exactly by choice, I'm still just stuck in a dream trip.
We meet again, my friend.
I told you, I am you. The side of you that you've always tried to deny existed.
Everyone has their darker side to them that they obviously don't enact on.
This time, it's about Serena.
Everyone gets angry and everyone has regrets. It's how we move on from those.
Your half-sister. And the only child in the Ravenlock family who was kind to you. Unfortunately, it was her kindness that led to her untimely death.
It was my fault.
It's our moral heart that keeps us separate from the animals who just act on pure instinct alone.
That means I'm to blame as well. And I don't think I did anything wrong. Your mother sold you to the Ravenlocks.
As you keep
And
mentioning.
your father, he saw your talent and wanted to use you to push the other children into competing with each other.
My brothers and sisters wanted to get rid of me from the moment they first saw me.
In their eyes, you were no more than a slave. But Serena dared to treat you, a slave, as if you were human. And so, she was fated to die.
They tried to kill me many times, but I was careful, and they did not succeed.
So they killed Serena, who was weaker, an easier target, and pinned everything on you. Serena died in your place. Those cruel brats thought that by reporting this to Father, they could use it to get rid of you, a rival who threatened their positions.
Only for it to turn back on them.
Not only did Father not blame you for the incident, he praised you for it.
In this world, only the ruthless, cruel, and merciless can stand at the top.
And that's exactly what you managed to live up to, no? You found a perfect opportunity thereafter to catch the ringleader of the group who framed you and almost beat him to death. Oh, you should have seen the expression on your face back then. Oh, crazed and manic with utmost delight.
I don't remember that.
Seemingly unsatisfied with the lantern, the unredeemed transforms into him again.
Here you go again. Trying to deny your desires. Deep down inside, you've always wondered. Asking yourself why these evil people never got the punishment they deserved. Why the world is so unfair. Don't you want to rip them to shreds? Just like that day when you beat that boy's face into the dirt until he was barely recognizable. His disgusting blood staining your fists.
Man.
Recall your exhilaration, your cathartic release of rage, that outpour of hatred. That victory belongs to you. You deserve it.
Those brothers and sisters of mine are all dead. I cannot take revenge against the long deceased.
They died by Hartman's hand. Dying in the power struggle to become the Ravenlock family's heir, rather than by our scythe. Boring.
Boring. I find it hilariously ironic. Children who would murder their own kin for scraps of power, dead at the hand of their uncle who followed their example.
It is ironic.
Is that not karma?
A bit of karmic justice, you could
Power
say.
struggles, pitting kin against each other, betrayal, suspicion, and hatred between people of the same blood. It's like a curse, written into the Ravenlock family's genes. Laughably stupid.
Don't forget, my dear, that the same blood flows through your veins.
And it's his choice what to do with that blood. As if to prove his words, the inner demon transforms into Hartman.
That's right, my dear nephew. No matter how much you deny it, the blood of the Ravenlock family flows through your veins. Survival of the fittest. Only the strongest deserve to live. Only the strongest deserve to rule.
How did you become the strongest in any regard?
Path of success that has led the Ravenlock family to victory countless times. A blessing and a curse etched into your flesh and blood. As long as you live, you'll never escape the mark of family. You are destined to one day become someone like me, like your father.
Don will not approve of this type of family.
Is that fear I sense? I can see you trembling. Why does the Ravenlock bloodline terrify you so?
I won't become like my father. Never.
You won't become a failure like him. So relax. Our power eclipses him, and so does our ambition. So, do not deny your own desires. Do not resist your own ambition. This is the talent you were born with. The best gift fate has ever given you. Admit it. Deep within your heart lies a spark, yearning to ignite a raging inferno that will burn everything down. And I am that spark.
Here we go again. Is it for real this time? Still no. Or maybe.
Never thought I'd be this genuinely thankful to see you.
Don't think we're quite out of it yet.
Seeing you means this never-ending nightmare is finally over, right?
Afraid not. One more round. Why did you break our oath? Why did you use me? My eye and these legs, they were all your fault. You know, you are exactly like your father.
I don't want to hear something like that from you. You have no idea what that man, my father, is really like.
A person who stops at nothing for their own interests and ambitions. Just like what you're doing right now.
And what do you think I'm doing this for?
All of this was part of your plan. You knew where the Ravenlock family was going to be, so you set Mockingbird's target there. To seek revenge, you plotted to assassinate your own father, but he was too vigilant, and you failed. After almost being assassinated, your father was furious and locked everyone in the hall, but was unable to find the assassin.
And what a coincidence that a hollow disaster just occurred in the vicinity. So he used it to eliminate all the unfamiliar faces there, turning them into victims of the hollow, an easy feat for the Ravenlock family. So, the one who killed innocents was my father, not me.
You knew what choice an extremist like him would make. And you used the chaos to once again attempt an assassination. This time you succeeded. You killed your own father at the cost of innocent lives. Admit it, Hugo. You don't care about anyone else. The only thing you care about is your revenge. How is that any different from your father?
Enough. I'm tired. I may hate him for betraying me, but he wouldn't say something like that.
Now you're just getting derivative.
What?
Derivative.
You aren't Lycon. You're the other me, hidden deep within my heart.
For the third time. Take a deep breath and slowly opens his eyes. Lycon's gone and is replaced with that familiar figure. Without doubt, he is still with an illusion.
I've been waiting for you, my dear.
It seems you've already grown accustomed to this place, even turning the tables on me.
Just as you said, you are me, and I am you. There's no such thing as having an advantage over oneself. We are ultimately one and the same, forever inseparable.
Then you should know what I want to say. When you and Lycon split, you didn't even try to clear up the misunderstanding, didn't deny or argue against what he said. Because you realized that deep down, he was right about you. You just hadn't acted on it yet. Some people live only to bring more suffering into this world. Sometimes, murder is what brings justice back into this world.
For that, I must stain these hands in blood.
That's right. Just like what you said before you faked your death. Were those words really just an act? To slay the dragon, you must first become one with sharp claws, rending fangs, and strength enough to destroy anything. You know the truth better than anyone.
What does that happen to that dragon in most stories involving a dragon and a hero? A hero rises up to slay that dragon without becoming one.
None of what followed would have happened. Innocent civilians wouldn't have died. Your partner wouldn't have lost an eye and both legs trying to save people. And Mockingbird would have never gotten to that point. You can save more people, save good good people. Save more lives than the evil ones you take.
I've spent countless hours in regret over that incident.
So why not submit to your true nature? You want to be the judge, jury, and executioner of this world. And you can.
But does the world actually need someone like
I
that?
wasn't responsible for Father's death. The true mastermind is my uncle, Hartman. His schemes to kill the head of the family were all so he could take control. Mockingbird was simply unlucky enough to get caught up in it. So, for a behemoth like the Ravenlock family, with its roots so deep, a single person's death, regardless of who that person is, wouldn't change anything. Of course, whether it's Tops, the Mayflower family, or even the entire world, it's actually all the same. I refuse to be dragged down by pointless hatred any longer.
Good Hugo.
You foolish, stubborn idiot. Do you understand the power of hatred? Have we not come this far precisely because of it? Or are you going to follow Lycon and Jack's twisted logic? Come on. You don't actually trust anyone? Otherwise, why would you hide this whole scheme of faking your death from them?
Make more believable. Have him focus again. Like he said.
You've built an impenetrable wall around your heart, keeping everyone out. Of course you are right to do so. No one in this world can be trusted. Always. All you'll receive is hatred from your own blood and no love. Suspicion from your companions, and betrayal that comes all too easily. But the most ridiculous thing is that you want them to trust you.
I guess that's fair in
Stay
that regard.
silent and long for them to notice your suffering. You yearn for your companion's understanding and trust. Idiot. That's why
Tut-tut.
you are incapable of exploiting them for your own ends. You care about their safety even more than your own. But remember, only the weak need companions. And we are children born from hatred. We are different from them. I will never be like them. And I don't need to be. Come. Let me show you what powers we can wield.
Are you now,
But
huh?
you are me. And I'll never lose to myself.
Ooh. Spooky. This is cool, though. So, how do I play Tia? How do I play Hugo? Well, those are quite the cool moves you got, I admit. Ah.
If you choose to forgive,
Fast moves, I like that.
Letting you consume me would be the real betrayal to myself.
This is a super cool moveset, I gotta admit. I'm definitely feeling this is so cool. Too slow. Come on, you can do better than that. Such a cool weapon. Briefcase, scythe gun. Oh man. Ruby would be jealous. Just got melted it.
You think you can just get rid of me?
Maybe not get rid of you, but come to peace.
Me, you are nothing.
For what it's worth, thank you.
Gonna let me use it?
Don't be afraid. You and I are inseparable. You're part of me, just as I am part of you. Prepare to kneel before.
Ha.
No. It's not just platitudes.
Very cool, Ultimate.
I finally understand now. Some pain only fades when it's seen. When it's accepted.
Come on now.
So I won't fight you anymore. I won't hate myself anymore. Weakness, hatred, malice, strength, forgiveness, justice. They're all part of me.
All part of what makes you human, huh? Finally, it's time to meet up with Lycone. Good morning, Princess.
Hugo, it's time. Hugo, you...
Did I scare you? I made it through. I won. No praise from me, my dearest partner.
You did good, Hugo. Good boy. So, back to the present.
This is...
Almost.
just like what I saw in my dream.
So now we got a beautiful sunrise to go with it.
I guess there are still some lingering side effects. Ah, my former partner. You're still as punctual as ever.
Are you sure you're fully recovered?
How about we fight? And I'll show you how recovered I am.
I refuse to fight someone who is in need of medical attention.
Lycone falls silent for a moment and eventually hands over a coin. Now looking at the packaging, it's not a coin but a familiar chocolate.
How thoughtful. I'm touched. Or perhaps is this simply part of Victoria Housekeeping's professional care?
I'd rather you not starve to death.
Hugo takes the coin. After one silence, he eventually eats it.
Not to your liking. I'm fairly certain this is the same kind as before.
No. I've just gone too long without food. It feels a bit uncomfortable. Either way, thank you.
Now tell me, what exactly happened in the warehouse?
Just
Mad trip.
Going a bit crazy from... you know what? Were you expecting anything else? But... I did have a very long dream. A dream about many things from the past. If I had to put it into words, it would be like giving myself psychological therapy. You seem like you could benefit
Very
from some too. How
in
about
front
it?
of your face way.
Want to book a session with me? Trust me, I'm a pro.
Seems you really have recovered.
Well, of course. I'm feeling pretty great right now. Like I could argue with you all day on every petty detail of who exactly was in the wrong back then.
I wanted to ask, what you said about Mockingbird before, when you faked your death, was that part of the act?
You mean the part about how Mockingbird has never really changed anything or saved anyone? I didn't expect you to still be so hung up on this. Interesting. After all, it was you who chose to betray Mockingbird. To betray me.
Just as I said before, I never considered Mockingbird a failure. Perhaps Mockingbird deviated from its origins, but it has its value. You shouldn't reject the things you've done. Or Mockingbird.
I have contemplated this before. Yes. Mockingbird has helped some people
I'm
and
gonna go to
has
hash out with the
genuinely
bro.
managed to cause trouble. For those who abuse their positions of power for evil. Yet those in high positions still possess immense resources, and the people we helped remain destitute and suffering, willing to become slaves to those in power for scraps. But just as you said, even if what we did was childishly idealistic and flawed, as little as we actually achieved, even the slightest change is by no means meaningless. Nothing holds more value to me than Mockingbird.
Hugo stares out at the ocean. Gentle breeze lifts his golden locks. Sound like glances out both his eyes.
All right, let's catch up later. I still have things to do, and need to wrap up my plan.
Yeah, let's
I
go.
thought you would rest up first.
As much as I would prefer that. My dear uncle and the Exaltus fanatics likely would not give me such an opportunity.
Got a deadline to
If all
meet.
has gone to plan, the fish will have taken the bait already. And if everything goes very well, I'll soon have solid evidence of the Ravenlock family's crimes. Well then, thank you for your assistance, former partner. Let's part ways here.
I'll go with you.
Lycon, surely you don't think that because I just recovered, I'm too weak to deal with those useless fools.
Hartman's actions will disturb the safety of New Eridu. As I serve the mayor, I should intervene.
Very well, whatever. Let's go. And don't slow me down.
Says the walking french fry. Before that, don't you have something to tell me? What do you mean? Don't play coy with me. I know you're not spilling your whole plan. So you kick things off by approaching Edmund from Top's big shots. How did you manage to sweet-talk him? I'm a bit of an illegitimate child, but I still have that Ravenlock family blood running through my veins. Funny enough, this Lord Edmund thinks direct lineage is way more noble than the side branches, which is absolutely laughable. So I played his arrogance to my advantage. And let's be real, I had some juicy intel to swap with those high rollers, but that's Mockingbird's secret, so I can't let any outsiders in on it. Was the sacrifice core from the mayor's lab in your handiwork too? You could say that. The security there is no joke, so I had to leverage Top some extra intel. After all, as you know, they've got plenty of moles planted next to your mayor. And it was you who threw the sacrifice core up for auction to lure the Exaltus. You knew they'd be all over it. Yep, I embedded the sacrifice core right into the row of heroes. They actually matched pretty nicely, don't you think? Classic you. I heard that after the auction they found a stash of counterfeit Denny's. Feel free to take a wild guess, but honestly I think those Denny's would rather be out in the wild than singing those hoity-toity accounts. Then you found Hartman and talked him into a partnership, getting in your hands on more intel on the sacrificing Exaltist. After that, you shot that crime warning letter to the mayor, giving the city a legit reason to spring into action. Yep, that was spot on. Look at you, real genius over here. In the end, you faked your own death to pull yourself out of the mess, and you used the whole show to redirect everyone's attention to Hartman and the Ravenlocks, keeping the Exaltics on their toes. Hold on a second. If that's all there is, why did you let Hartman slip you the drug? I mean, you had a way to dodge that kind of thing. Like, I've got something I've been keeping under wraps. Actually, I've teamed up with your beloved mayor. What? When it comes to stopping the Exaltus, the mayor and I are on the same wavelength, so we can totally collaborate. What you should be wondering is why he didn't include you in on this. The mayor must have his own reasons. If you can convince yourself of that, more power to you. Just know, if you ever want to swing back to Mockingbird, you can come beg me. I'll make sure you turn out. I'll make sure to turn you down gracefully. Alright, enough chit chat. We've got bigger things to deal with. Back to the present, yeah. I gotta get there now.
I'm sure you've heard about the missing workers from companies under the Ravenlock family, too.
Got business
Those
to make.
are Ravenlock's men. The workers with them are the victims who were tricked into going into the Hollow.
Those are some high numbers. Man, he's fast.
Come on, let's get them out of here.
Thank goodness someone's here to save us. Thank you. You're welcome. So, could you tell us about what those Ravenlocks did to you before they ran off? They're a bunch of liars. They tricked us into the Hollow. They said that we had a job with high pay for us, but they kept avoiding the topic after we got here. Something didn't seem right, so I wanted to leave. And then they showed their true colors. They tied us up and told us all we were going to help ship off somewhere. They didn't take you anywhere weird. And they didn't make you take any weird medicine, did they? Medicine? No, but it wasn't just us they tricked. Another group went in that way. I see. Here, take this carrot. There's an extra exit nearby. You should get out of here as soon as possible. I can't thank you enough. Let's go, Hugo. We haven't saved the rest of them. You sure are eager.
Bunch of nobodies. Annoying as hell.
We're nobodies, and where are you? You don't even have a name.
You're welcome to try.
That's a cool combo.
More workers here. And quite a lot of them.
Is that the same guy from before? Who are you? You're saviors. Thank you. I had a bad feeling about that group from the start. I shouldn't have ignored my gut. Shouldn't have ignored my gut instinct. Did the Ravenlocks do anything to you? Do anything? Well, we weren't doing as we were told, so they tied us up. Nothing else? Good. Alright, they had another batch of workers ahead of us. They should be on the roof. Don't worry, I'll handle it. You should get out of here as soon as you can. Let's continue.
Is Hartman behind this, too?
One way to find out.
Of course.
The answer is obvious,
He
though.
threw them into the Hollow like offerings for the Exaltists. To him,
Gah.
There's more over there. Let's hurry.
it's different this time. Don't rush in. Let's listen in on what they're saying first. I still need more direct evidence to ensure the plan is absolutely foolproof.
The compensation you promised, it's all real, right? All we have to do is follow you into the Hollow for some simple tasks, and you'll give us a huge sum of dennies.
Poor worker.
Sounds real suspicious.
Shut your trap. You keep yapping and asking questions. If this is all so suspicious, why were you so eager to sign up for it?
Because I don't have a choice. My daughter was previously caught in the Hollow disaster and suffered severe corruption.
Aw.
The treatment costs have completely drained our family's savings. So that's why...
It's the same for me. A serious illness at a senior age. I need the money.
Who would risk taking a job like this unless they were desperate?
Yeah.
Do it. No matter how suspicious. As long as I can get paid, I'll do anything. Even risk my life.
What are the lies around you, though?
Wait, you people from the Ravenlock family, you're part of a big company in Tops. You wouldn't go back on your word,
Big
right?
company going back on their word?
Don't worry.
When has that
You
ever
get
happened
every
before?
penny you were promised. But before we start, you You all need to take this medicine first.
Oh, there it is. The fierce man pulls out a bunch of white pills and gives one to each worker. Another Ravenlock family member seems a bit doubtful and leans in to whisper.
Bro, should we really be doing this already?
These workers keep talking. We're wasting time like this. And the sooner they take it, the sooner it'll be over. Consider it an early release for them.
What? You didn't say anything about having to take pills before.
Look, this is good stuff, all right? It'll increase your ether aptitude. There's tons of people who'd kill for something like this.
Exactly! You'll be working in the Hollow for several hours. This is essential medication.
And what's wrong with the regular
You
stuff?
have to take it before we continue. If you refuse, then you can forget about the job. Of course, you won't receive the compensation either.
Should we go in now?
What are you doing?
Rescuing those workers, of course. There's clearly something off about those pills. We can't let them take them.
Now is not the right time. As I said, we need more evidence to ensure the plan works.
People will die.
And as I said many years ago, you can't exploit innocence to achieve your goal.
So that's how you see it.
If that's not what you want me to think, then explain everything to me.
All right. It's a little complicated, but simply put, these workers will be fine.
Will they?
Of course, it's your choice to trust me or not. But if you try to rush in, I will stop you.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be so difficult.
I trust you.
Meanwhile, the workers have also made their decision. Except for the talkative worker, most of them already swallowed the pills. That's when the arrogant Ravenlock family member finally reveals his true nature, saying, "You think I'd let you run?" But forcibly shoving the pill into the worker's mouth. After clear capturing everything, Hugo lets out a sigh of relief.
All right. That's the evidence. Now we can go and beat them into the ground as much as you want.
Don't forget, you owe me an explanation. Also, don't overdo it and kill them. Even if they're the worst of the Ravenlock family.
All right, Your Holiness, Saint Lycon.
Who the hell are you?
Why don't you take a guess?
We're the ones here to stop you.
Can't think of anything more exciting to say than that.
Can't remember the last time. Your legs? How are they feeling?
I'm fine.
Who cares?
To be honest, I think I prefer the way you used to fight. Let order and madness dance. You had a lot more aggression.
Total eyes. The two defeated Ravenlock family members.
God damn it! Who the hell are you? How dare you mess with the Ravenlock family?
Ravenlock. Savor the name while you can, for it will soon cease to exist.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means exactly what I said. I think this might be good for you. Sever your ties while you can. You still have a chance to walk your own path.
The family's honor comes above all else.
How unfortunate for you.
Is that really what you think? I saw the compassion on your face just now. You're not from the main family, right? That's why you were assigned to these trivial tasks. But in reality, there's no need for you to keep playing this boring game for them.
I don't have a choice. From the moment I was born into the Ravenlock family, I
didn't have a choice.
You always have a choice, if you're willing to act. All right, let's end the small talk here.
Hugo delivers swift shots back to the next Ravenlock members.
Don't worry, Lycon. I didn't hit them too hard, just enough to keep them quiet.
How's that? My acting's pretty good, right?
What do you know?
Always, a certain someone should take some lessons from you. I'll leave the rest to you then.
Okie dokie.
Workers carry Ravenlock famers away. Now only Lycon and Hugo remain.
Okay, now can you tell me exactly what's going on here?
As you can see, that worker just now was actually an informant of mine.
Did you actually swap the
The
pills
pills
out?
were swapped out with vitamin tablets. Outside of this batch, some workers have already taken the actual substance Hartman has. But rest assured, the antidote for it is already in development. I found the best in the field to help, and with the data I collected before, we should have results soon.
What were the
I
good
wanted to
results?
ask, the reason you decided to lock yourself in a room and endure the effects of the drug, besides getting evidence, it was also to collect data on this drug in order to create an antidote, correct?
It seems you're not completely beyond hope.
I thought you were just being stubborn.
Maybe a little bit.
Sometimes I wonder if you know me at all.
Then, I have one last question. Why did you never tell me any of this back then?
The truth is, I heard everything. That entire conversation between you and Jack. Before he passed away in that small attic. When Jack called you aside and gave you those warnings.
When he told me you might go down the wrong path?
That's right.
You never said anything.
What would I even do? Scream and rage over your suspicions, or get on my knees and beg for you to trust me?
You still did what you wanted in the
There's
end.
no way I'd allow myself to do such a thing. Besides, back then, even I was confused about myself.
We're all confused growing up.
Jack, he...
It's all in the past. You don't need to explain anything to me. Enough. We should get going. If we're going to reminisce over the past, we should find a more suitable location.
Leaving the hall to arrive at a place with nice scenery.
Nikon? That incident back then. I didn't do it.
Really
It was
now.
a scheme Hartman devised to take over the family. It was Hartman who killed my father, too. I only discovered the truth long after the fact. I did indeed attack my father, and I thought he was dead. But he wasn't. I couldn't kill him. And even before that, if I hadn't hesitated, none of what followed would have happened. Even now, I still think they deserve death.
Don't cry to cry if you want to.
But I no longer care to personally deliver that fate. They're beneath me. And I have more important things to do.
You...
I know we may never agree on that point, Lycon. I once wanted to fight against those ugly truths that defined me, but I discovered that the more I rejected them, the more painful it became. So, I could only accept that crazed, hateful, and malicious side of myself. As long as I know I will never become like my father, like Hartman, that is enough for me.
You've changed. But I think that might be a good thing.
Don't patronize me. You've changed a lot too, compared to before.
Comes with growing up.
I still disagree with Jack's words. And I won't forgive your betrayal. I will walk the path I believe is right. Even if I must tread over thorns and through the mud. But I will also allow you to walk your own path. Lycon.
Should I say thank you?
You're welcome. Come to think of it, we haven't talked about your legs and eye.
It was just an accident, not your fault. I'm doing well now. I hope you are too. On the contrary, perhaps I should be the one apologizing. I misjudged you. I used to think you wanted power, that everything you did was for your own ambitions. I thought you wanted the power to pass judgment on all in this world, like a god.
I am a god. I am my own god. Or you could say that in this world, everyone is their own god.
In a way.
There are many things that we are powerless to change. But there are also many choices we can make. Just as I said before, I am the only one who can kill me or save me.
What will you do in the end?
I'm glad you think that way.
Let's go. I still have one last thing to do. To witness the end of Ravenlock.
As Hugo recounts the progress of gathering evidence, Hartman, unable to listen any longer, slams the table in anger.
You really think you can take my place if I die? Never, you filthy bastard! Your little tricks mean nothing. As long as the Ravenlock family stands, I can still get back on my feet.
You still don't get it, do you? This was never about avenging my father. And I don't care about taking your place. I didn't come this far just to kill you.
Burn it all to the ground.
Pathetic.
That's not even a real tie. Just
Why
clipped on.
don't you take a look at this, Uncle?
On behalf of TOPS, I'd like to clarify that we had no involvement in the Ravenlock family's actions. TOPS is officially terminating all partnerships with the Ravenlock family, effective immediately. We will have no further affiliation with them.
Gonna cry about it?
Are you crazy? What the hell do you get out of ruining the Ravenlocks? You want to be a petty thief forever?
Thief? Oh, Uncle. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm the name people whisper about. The one who robs the rich and gives to the poor. I'm the master con artist who can fool anyone, anytime. I'm the leader of Mockingbird. The one who turns every headline into my own stage. I have friends who'd catch me if I fall, partners who'd shed tears for me, and allies who always have my back. I am Hugo Vlad. You're the one who needs the Ravenlock name. I never did.
You ungrateful bastard! You should have never been born.
Right back at ya.
You flatter me. Same goes for you, Uncle.
You leave the Ravenlock Manor on Hugo's speedboat. After reaching Port Elpis, you all wait for Lycon to arrive.
You've done well, Vivian.
That was a good show.
You had better give me an explanation.
And here I thought this would be a touching reunion. What's with all the anger?
Maybe touching a bit fast with first.
I'm a member of Mockingbird too. And I mourned your death.
Listen, Vivian. I don't want you or the people you cherish to get caught up in danger because of me. I've always been selfish, so I don't hesitate to use you all as variables in my plans. But it is because I am selfish that I also don't want my failures to affect my treasured companions. In any case, if you were in the same position, would you not make the same decisions? Lycon's taking care of everything outside. We should go. Also, Belle, thank you.
Yes, Belle was also there.
And I'm sorry for the whole act where I threatened you. It was the only way for Hartman to drop his guard against you and leave you be. I, Hugo Vlad, am forever indebted to you.
With Lycon's assistance, he successfully leaves the Ravenlock family manor and return to the video store.
Master Proxy, although it is late, there is some important intel that I must give you now.
Lay it on.
So, Lycon, you knew about Hugo's plan to fake his death?
I was simply playing along.
You played your part
After all,
well.
I could not determine whether Hugo's plan would pose a threat to you. You are a student of the mayor's late friend, and I am obligated to protect you.
You still have that habit of finding awkward excuses when you're embarrassed.
Mr. Hugo Vlad, if you have any important intelligence to share, please do so with haste. I need to return to rest before midnight.
You two sure are close.
Close as a two knives and a knife
For
block.
a certain old fossil's sleep schedule, I'll keep it brief. I learned from Camille that Dina intends to embed the sacrifice core into the sacrifice. Apparently, it will make the sacrifice much stronger.
Of course, and put a sacrifice in a
Sacrifices
sacrifice.
created this way will not
Sacrifice
retain
squared.
their minds and will indiscriminately attack all living beings, including their creator. So the Exaltists don't do this. It would bring them no benefit. But Dina's concoction can control people's minds. If a person takes the pill and is injected with the serum Landon left behind, the sacrifice would be under its creator's control. Although the dormant sacrifice has been destroyed, Dina found a batch of that serum her father created and wants to create new sacrifices.
Never mind the sacrifice. Hartman's sacrifice core is a fake. We don't know where the real one's gone.
The real core has always been here.
Here? In Lord Phaethan's video store?
Vivian, do you remember when I suggested you give that collectible to our dear proxy?
Really now?
I remember. But that was just an ordinary pendant. And I've met the person who submitted it. She has absolutely no connection to the Exaltists.
Thinking you're the perfect courier.
How about our dear proxy take out that pendant so we can take a look?
After finding the pendant sent by Vivian, Hugo takes it and gently presses its clasp hidden. Pendant clicks open in the middle. Inside is the core. That gem? I guess you could have seen that from the seam line that it looks like in the weight. You should have felt that there's like hollow inside. It's a pretty gem.
I'll take your surprised expressions as a compliment for my little trick. I will hand over this core to the mayor as agreed. Since he fulfilled his promise to protect Vivian and the manager while I was pretending to be dead, I won't go back on my promises.
No wonder the mayor would promote rhetoric favorable to Mockingbird. I can't believe I thought he was actually being sincere.
Since we have the sacrifice core, all we have to do now is stop Dina from using innocent people to make more sacrifices.
Yes, and we need to destroy the last batch of Landon's serum.
Hopefully with no options left, Dina will give up her obsession.
All right. That's
She'll
the
probably go
important
ballistic.
stuff. I'm going to go and confirm where Landon's serum's been stashed. I'll contact you again once I have something.
What's wrong, Lycone? Weren't you in a rush to get back and rest? You act like you're gonna turn into a werewolf after midnight or something. How are you feeling now? Relax, I'm not kicking the bucket just yet, but you look a bit more run down than before. Just getting over something nasty, that's all. Risking your neck like that wasn't exactly smart. Maybe you should've. Lycone, remember what I said back when I faked my death? For a permanent and absolute victory, we must endure the pain of cutting away rotten flesh and preserve through the darkest hour before dawn. Not wrong, sure, but it wasn't arrogant enough. Instead of playing God and picking who lives or dies, I'd rather just do what I can do. Because at the end of the day, a person can only shape their own destiny, nothing more. You've really come a long way. Well, I appreciate the compliment. Hugo, you've got a lot of explaining to do. No more secrets. I'll lay it all out, promise. A little after chat, Lycone, Hugo, and Vivian say their goodbye and take off. Back at your room, you drift off to a deep, nice sleep. Belle, Hugo sent a message earlier. There's new progress on the sacrifice situation. They found a large batch of the unused sacrifice serum. He wants us to be their guide, and he, Vivian, and Lycone will be heading to the Hollow with us to destroy the serum. And I'll use the HED this time to head to the Hollow with you all. Tell me when you're ready, and we'll remember to bring Eos with you. Let's go! If I had to guess, I'd say that Dina's probably gonna freak out and inject herself with the serum as a last-ditch effort. Dear managers, you're here. Having two Lord Patrons leading the way for me must be the luckiest person alive. We'll be counting on you two, as according to my intel, this is quite the large batch of serum. My guess is that Dina wouldn't put all her serum into one place, so we may need to split up. Just be safe, we'll be counting on both of you to guide us. Once you're both ready, let's head into the Hollow. Let's go! I'm so ready for this. Ready for a big finale for this epilogue, part 2. Ah, she's still so cute.
Landon's stash should be somewhere nearby. I did some digging. Some of the missing workers were brought here too. Dina's getting ready to make her moves.
Don't worry, we'll clear them out.
Allow me.
Yeah.
They're trying to destroy the goods! Stop them!
Might as well enjoy Hugo while I can, so that won't be pulling for him.
In position.
Some of the serum is stored in this warehouse.
You're not taking anything from here.
We don't plan on taking anything, we're just planning on getting rid of it.
Hugo, get the guards first.
What? You just stepped into your own grave!
So you say. But you did not expect an adorable little girl with an umbrella and flowers, did you?
I like the ending to your nightmare.
I'm part of Mockingbird too.
Can't handle it.
Where's our small guy? Oh.
Stand still.
Where are you looking?
Prostrate yourself before the abyss.
Come on, go down. Still more?
Who dares get between me and Lord Satan?
I'll eliminate any obstacle.
Tales for the dawn that sets the world alight.
They make a good team.
More of Landon's serum survives than expected. Fortunately, since they're still here, it means Dina hasn't executed the final step of her plan.
There's likely a lot more stashed around here, and we have yet to locate the missing people. Our actions here won't go unnoticed. Perhaps they're making plans to deal with us on their side.
With Landon and Dina's concoctions combined, she may be capable of creating a sacrifice that obeys her. If it comes to that, this will get far more troublesome.
How about we split
Why am I
up?
splitting up
Hugo
again?
and Lycon will destroy what remains of the substance around here, and Vivian and I will go search elsewhere.
Very well. Let's go with your plan. But be careful if you encounter Dina and her people. According to Camille, she's absolutely obsessed with completing her father's dying wish. Who knows what she may try. Let's part ways here for now. And perhaps the other manager could use EOS to guide us.
Sure. I've been feeling better these past few days, so just follow me.
It's only now that I realize how fortunate we are to have two Lord Fayfins.
Better be grateful.
Although I feel like our work's doubled. In the past, Belle and I would only ever work on the same route.
Greater power means more responsibility. And in any case, I'm sure the mayor would be able to provide double compensation. He's a very generous person, after all. Right, Lycom?
I certainly won't turn it down. I am running low on Denny's.
I will request additional compensation from the mayor.
Compensation is just one aspect. It's one thing with Belle being in the Hollow in person, but now with us working on separate routes, I can't help but worry even more for her safety.
Aren't you a good brother?
I trust in your abilities. I'm just not quite used to this.
As they talk, Vivian stands behind them, and suddenly she has a tear as she gazes at one of them. Turns quickly and approaches the area, and land and seam restored. What did you see, Vivian? Calls a tear she shed when looking at Faith and the destiny she saw then.
This is the future I saw.
Ah.
Lord Nathan.
Vivian closes her eyes as making a decision, then grabs the lantern seam and tragedies the Nebel.
I'm sorry.
Vivian?
This time, I will make sure the future I saw does not come to pass.
Vivian, what are you thinking?
I don't want to bring you misfortune.
I will be very misfortunate if you do what I think you're gonna do. Vivian?
Leave this to me, Lord Bacon.
Don't do anything ridiculous, Vivian. No self-sacrificing, we already had that enough. Self-sacrificing is just really dumb. No one was happy with it.
Don't touch me. Lord Phaethon, there might be more serum here. Don't touch me.
How dare you steal from Lady Dina!
I'm not stealing, just breaking.
I'll try to go easy on you. No promise.
I'm not stealing if we're just destroying everything. It's just vandalism.
Idiot. There are containers by the fissure.
People. We don't want the money anymore. Please just let us go. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Just end my pain, please. We're here to save you. Are there any Arab captives? If there were, but they all turned into ethereals. So many ethereals. They're all dead. Please just let us go. The girl never intended to let us live. My friends will get you out. We'll deal with this. Don't be afraid. You'll get out of this hollow alive. We promise. Really? Oh, thank goodness. Be careful. So many people were brought in with us. They're all ethereals now. Really scary ethereals. I can't even imagine what she's planning to do with such a massive horde of ethereals. People will die. Everyone will be killed by those ethereals. Hush, say no more. My friends will get you out. Leave the rest to us. To contact Hugo and Lycon, they quickly arrive. He eventually decides to have them first take the Sylvans to a safe place, while Vivian and you continue to search for the Overlook serums. Shortly after, they leave, a familiar voice comes.
It must have been tough for you to find this place. Vivian, if you had stayed out of it, I wouldn't be so eager to get rid of you. Those people have been taken to safety. You're all out of options. They're just mere test subjects. So what if they get away?
Figure already have someone selected.
Be people consumed by greed, and therefore, they will come willingly to me. In any case, what are a few sacrifices in comparison to the completion of Father's grand ambition? Dina, you deceived those people. They didn't come willingly to you. You tricked them, just like Landon did back then. Deceived? Father gave hope to those who had everything taken from them by the Hollows.
And he killed those people with hope.
You once rejoiced at the hope Father offered you, too. Before Father took you in, you were no more than an omen of disaster that no one wanted. It was Father who gave you shelter and a purpose for existing. Do you remember the first time you bestowed a blessing under Father's guidance? How did you feel when that person looked at you with adoration and gratefulness?
It's okay, Vivian, you just didn't know back then.
You felt hope. Like your existence had a purpose, right? Don't forget that it was Father who, through what you call deception, gave you hope. And you What have you done? You basked in Father's attention and everyone's adoration, only to destroy everything. Do you think that by leaving the Exaltists, those people will live better lives?
At least he won't be dead.
Of course not. Those who suffered under the Hollows will only continue on as walking corpses, without the hope Father gave them. Do you really think you're some sort of savior, Vivian? In the end, you're just an ungrateful brat who brings misfortune to those around her. It was you who destroyed everyone's hope.
Not everyone wants to live in false hope, Dina. You say it's because of greed that people willingly become your sacrifices. Perhaps those people aren't entirely virtuous. But that greed is just wanting to live a better life beyond the Hollows. What you and Landon have done was never about giving people hope, but exploiting it. Stop lying to yourself. Deep down, you know what Landon did was cruel.
No.
Back then, when Landon
She got
wanted
to
to
freak
inject you
out.
with the serum, the fear in your face was as plain as day. I saw it all clearly. If all of this is as righteous as you claim, then why did you make such an expression, Dina?
Don't look at me with such pity!
Well, you do
Father
deserve
did
some
nothing
pity.
wrong. All of this is to make something of the Hollows other than disaster.
If he wasn't your father, would you still feel this way about him?
Dina, it's not too late to stop. Stop living in this lie. You know what would happen if a sacrifice loses control and escapes the Hollow. It's not the Hollows that are to blame for those people's deaths, but the hope you keep talking about. That will cause more despair and claim more lives.
That is merely the necessary sacrifice to accomplish a greater goal.
No one deserves to be a sacrifice.
Your hypocritical magnanimity disgusts me. I can always go and get more test subjects if they've escaped. And I will be able to replicate Father's serum with enough time. With you gone, I'll be able to complete Father's gift to the Creator and fulfill his last wish. Camille, release the failed subjects.
Lady Dina.
Camille, are you going to do what you did before? You keep saying you'll follow the Creator, but it's all lies.
Lady Dina, the Hollows took my family from me. I
What's wrong about
understand
to
that
happen?
there's no way to get back what I've lost. It was Lord Landon who told me that the Creator would guide me.
But
One day, Hollows will no longer be disasters. Everyone will be able to survive inside them. I look forward to the day when this hope becomes reality.
that's not
I
today.
watched you grow up, and I know that you've always looked up to your father. He gives you hope, and I destroyed that hope with my own hands. I know the pain of loss, so I've always felt guilty. I want to atone for the hope I destroyed. But Dina, I don't want to ruin more lives. And I don't want to continue watching you destroy yourself. Vivian is right. Not everyone wants to live in false hope. So, please, stop.
Camille, are you abandoning me too?
I'm not abandoning you. I just don't want to see you go past the point of no return.
The point of no return? I passed that point ages ago.
Figured as much.
No, Dina. You can still turn back. I'll be your way back.
Where are you going, Camille?
I made a deal with Hugo and the mayor. If someone needs to take the fall for this, let it be me. I did it. All of it. I've been forcing Landon's only daughter, Dina, to research how to create sacrifices.
I don't think she's gonna appreciate that. She's not gonna be grateful for you.
I colluded with the Ravenlock family for my own gain. Everything Dina did was under duress. Since I've kept her captive for so long, she doesn't have the skills to survive as an independent member of society. She'll need a caretaker and teacher. Someone who will look after her and educate her.
No! I refuse, Camille! I refuse to accept this!
Dina, I'm going to dispose of those failed subjects.
I won't allow it! You'll die! I won't allow it! You can't leave me. I command you! You've always followed my orders, and you will follow them now!
It wasn't your orders that I've been following. My younger sister, who was stolen from me by the Hollows, also had such beautiful red hair. When Landon told me the Creator could bring me hope, you were standing there, right behind him. I was certain, then and there, that this was the hope the Creator had given me. Start over, Dina. You still have so long, so much time. You'll make friends, find people who love you, and make many beautiful memories.
That's not what I want! Camille, you're not allowed to die! I won't allow it! I won't allow it!
Goodbye, Dina. And I'm sorry, Vivian. I'll leave the rest to you.
Camille resolutely walks toward the fissure, as Dina stares at her as a disappearing figure. At the moment, she also walks forward. Vivian's about to stop her, but Dina uses the controls to open a container. Ethereals surge out, blocking the path.
Let's take out these ethereals first.
Oh, man.
We can't let
quite
Camille's
heavy.
efforts go to waste.
She's speaking about, Camille's speaking about not living in false hope herself, that Dina was living in it. And yet she still supports the idea of the Creator and everyone living inside the Hollows. With ethereals or something? How's that not its own sort of false hope?
Well done. Better not hit my chest. Let's go after Dina, Lord Phaethon.
Are you satisfied now, Vivian?
You were the one who brought yourself to this point.
You're saying this is all my fault? Losing my father.
Not that
losing
hard.
Camille. I wish you had never come into my life. At first, when Father brought you home, I was happy. There are so many Exaltists, yet Father never allowed me to get too close with any of them. I never had any friends either. But when Father brought you back, he told me to take good care of you. That you were my first friend. I was also so happy the first time you took my place in helping Father select a person to receive the blessing. Because it meant you were different from all those other people. You could stay with me. But soon, I grew jealous. You took the attention that should have belonged to me. You even took Father's love from me.
It's only because of my ability that Landon...
I know, but... Vivian, jealousy is something you cannot control.
Oh, that's true.
Of course. The same goes for fear and hatred. I was terrified that one day you would look at me and shed tears. I knew if that day ever came, Father would not hesitate to force the blessing upon me. And when that day did come, I hated you for causing my father's death.
Tina...
Seems a bit backwards, but okay.
Everything about what happened back then, so... Why are you still defending Landon? And why didn't you tell me back then?
Because he's her father.
If I had known earlier, maybe I could have found a way.
Because it's the only thing that makes me more special than you, no? It proves I had Father's trust. I was more useful to him. Vivian, you said you wandered.
You talk about him less like a father, more like
Ever
a...
since you were young,
like
hated
a figure to
by
worship.
anyone you encountered. You were happy to gain recognition from everyone and help Father when you were among the Exaltists. But in the end, you discovered you were being used. so you felt betrayed and hurt. Then, what about me? All I ever had was my father. I've never known a life outside of the Exaltists. Ever since I was young, my only purpose was to help Father select who was to be blessed. The only purpose I had was my father and the Exaltists. I've never been taught anything else, Vivian. It is what little value I have, and have ever had. In the end, you took even that from me, and completely destroyed it. You think you're doing good and fighting evil. You've only managed to affect a small part of your world. But have you ever wondered if maybe that's all there is to my world?
I never wanted to hurt you. You were also my first friend. And that's why I wanted to save you back then.
Save me? You and Camille all talk about saving me. Why don't you understand? To me, loss is so much more painful than death.
Tina, you can start over.
She doesn't want to start
Everything
over.
Camille did was so you could live on.
Talking to a wall here.
Let's leave the Hollow together. There are so many amazing places in New Eridu. This time, I'll take care of you. I've also met so many amazing people. I'm sure they'll love you too. Okay, Dina?
Vivian, I can't forgive you. And I don't want to forgive you. I have nothing left. If what little hatred I do still harbor were taken from me, well, I refuse to be so pitiful. I won't apologize, Vivian.
Here we go. I knew it. Pure in our bodies, sign of corruption.
I don't want to hate myself. So I can only hate you for killing my father. And hate Camille for leaving me.
Absolutely called it.
That's just the kind of person I am. Hateful and despicable. I refuse to owe anyone anything. I refuse to feel regret. I won't. Vivian, I will keep hating you. I will take all who are precious to you. I will also hate
That's a
Camille,
mad transformation, yikes.
So I won't do as she wished and start a new life. Vivian, if you had never existed, if I had never, you would be...
Lord Phaethon, please do not interfere. She was my first friend. I'm going to bid her farewell.
Go off, Vivian. Do what you gotta. New ethereal. Cool looking.
Dina.
Let's dance.
Pain will be yours. Notice me, Lord Phaethon. Don't come any closer.
It's been a while since I've been on this battlefield. I feel like I only ever fought the graveyard guy before. There was a Dead and Butcher, that was the name. Is that all you got? You can hit harder than that, can't you? At least land a few hits. Got a few one on me before. Guess that's all you can manage, huh? I'll try to make it quick. Got any other chicks left in you?
Not worth my time. Who dares get between me
We're
and
gonna finish her? Goodbye, Dina.
Behind you!
Oh boy.
What happened? What the?
Whoa. Vivian, where are you, girl? There you are.
Don't come near me. This is my own choice.
No. No, 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 no.
I will change the fate I saw. Vivian! I just want you to remember me when I
Oh,
looked
no, 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 no.
Vivian!
No. No.
Your body! I'm sorry you had to see me like this, but I don't want to be the one that only brings misfortune anymore. No!
Vivian.
It's so warm, and the night is beautiful.
Oh, oh, no, no.
Vivian? No. It can't end like this.
Come on, come on. Oh, how are you going there for a second there? I was getting scared. Feels like you had a long dream where you saw your teacher again after a familiar face. But soon in the environment and your teacher both dissolved like water, behind the misty curtain, blurring them vanishing.
Belle, you're scaring me.
She scared me first.
Belle, I'm so glad you're awake.
She scared me first.
What happened?
I don't want anyone to die.
remember
Nope, no
Vivian
death.
dying.
I want happy endings only.
Where's Vivian? She injected herself with Landon's serum.
Hugo and Lycon brought you out of the Hollow. You were in a coma and... I'm so glad you're safe. And you said Vivian used the serum on herself? But she looked fine to me, barring a couple of scratches. Hugo sent a message earlier saying he got her checked over, and she was all right. Can you recall what happened?
The situation was dire, so Vivian used the serum on herself to defeat the ethereals. I saw the crystallization process starting to occur. And then I can't describe it, but I think I saw something. At the time, all I was thinking about was wanting to remove the crystals from Vivian. I don't even know what I did. But then I passed out, I guess. What happened after that?
When I led Hugo and Lycon there, it was just you and Vivian lying on the ground. We didn't see anything else. Never mind that for now.
Thank God.
Do you feel any discomfort?
I was this close to crying and shedding tears.
Just a bit dizzy.
For tonight, just get some rest. Hugo and Vivian said they'll come over tomorrow, so we'll discuss everything then.
Okay. Good night, then.
This time, there are no strange sounds or sights in your dreams. You sleep peacefully through the night. Shortly after you wake, Vivian, Hugo, and Lycon arrive at the video store.
Lord Phaethon! How are you feeling? No headaches? Leg pains? Heart palpitations? Loss of appetite?
Right back at you, girl. You scared me to death.
Vivian?
I was just so worried. Sorry. Anyway...
Never do that again.
Raven, I'm so glad you're okay. What happened this time was all my fault.
You only became an ethereal to defeat Dina. If it weren't for you, neither of us would have made it out alive.
So, what happened? Belle said she saw the crystallization process start, but I didn't see anything through Eos. Hugo, Lycon, did either of you guys see anything strange?
Allow me to explain. Miss Vivian told us what happened after she awoke, and the mayor arranged a full medical checkup for her. Based on the results, Miss Vivian indeed shows mild corruption sequela. But if the crystallization process had already started, the lingering effects should be far more severe. To be precise, if the process had already reached the point of mass surface crystallization, it should have taken no time at all to become an ethereal. So, the mayor theorizes that it was the etheric energy within Master Proxy's body that affected Vivian's condition and the surrounding etheric particles, causing Vivian's corruption to recede.
Whatever that
Essentially,
means.
corruption is a reaction between the etheric particles inside the body and in the surrounding environment. Therefore, it's not necessarily irreversible, just that currently our mainstream method of defense is prevention.
How come I didn't know I had this ability?
Came with
How's
the
it
upgrade, I
even
guess.
possible for me to influence other people's etheric particles? That makes it sound like I can manipulate etheric energy at will.
Master Proxy, you are special. This is a gift your teacher left you.
Our teacher? So this has to do with her?
I don't know all the details, so I cannot explain everything to you. My apologies. However, Miss Yixuan might be able
right.
to answer some of your questions.
She also
She
here?
will visit you sometime soon.
Ah.
So please feel free to ask her any questions you may have. She has quite an eccentric personality.
Personality,
If she
tease.
causes you any inconvenience,
If she causes trouble, can I file a complaint about her to you?
Master Proxy, you have always been a people person, so I trust you will handle things just fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
That just makes me more worried.
In any case,
I'm just so
the mayor
so
has asked
thankful
me
they
to give
didn't actually
everyone
go
his
through with
most
that.
sincere gratitude.
I don't want anyone to die.
Unfortunately, the mayor could not come personally, but has promised everyone a favor. Provided it's within his means, he will offer his unconditional assistance once.
Unconditional,
there is no
huh?
time limit on this favor.
Unconditional, What if I wanted his position as mayor?
Come on,
If that is
Hugo.
what you desire, then the mayor and his subordinates will be first in line to vote for you in the next election. As for the other votes, you'll have to work for them on your own.
Which might be
But should
difficult
you
for someone
assume
like you.
office, I hope you take full responsibility for handling all day-to-day matters and lead by example. By sheer happenstance, the mayor has provided you with a copy of his current assignment, the City Waste Sorting and Processing proposal.
Sounds fun.
Old fox.
Well, can I request Lord Phaethon's?
The mayor imagined, you might ask. I have prepared all the necessary documents, and the ceremony expenses will be covered
Ceremony?
by the mayor as a
Excuse me?
gift. As long as Master Proxy agrees,
Ceremony?
we can
Ceremony?
sign and process the documents immediately. But this matter requires mutual consent and cannot involve.
I agree,
coercion,
I agree, I agree. I
confinement,
consent,
or
I consent, I
one party's lack of
consent.
Consciousness.
Stop! I would never do that to Lord Phaethon!
Why not?
Probably. At least not today.
In the
As
future.
for you, Master Proxies, the mayor has some sense of what you desire. That said, he hopes you might speak with Miss Yixuan first before you decide the timing of that favor.
Yeah, Hugo and Lycon are still bickering, and Vivian sits to the side, eager and anticipatory. As always, you can smell the aroma of noodles from the neighboring noodle shop and hear the snippets of LP's music. Belle, are you feeling alright? Lycon says you can control ether particles, and it was a gift from our teacher. I keep thinking about it. And with Miss Yixuan, we should investigate her. But let's not talk about that for now. You only just started to feel better, so you need to get some rest. I'll be there with you whenever for whatever happens in the future. Head upstairs to rest. Man. This was quite the epilogue, part 2. Vivian is just such an adorable cutie. I want her by my side forever. I think she's my absolute favorite so far in this game. Think back on it, a lot sure has happened recently. But can I really control etheric energy? If this is the gift our teacher left for us, then doesn't that prove that her research was focused on mitigating the damage hollows have on humanity? Perhaps it can serve as evidence that she was innocent. But I don't feel anything yet. It doesn't feel like I have any special powers. Your thoughts are all jumbled together, and your mind feels heavier and heavier. You drift off without noticing it. The end. That was incredible. New Eridu continues to coexist with sacrifices. Neither daily night nor hidden crisis can ever ease. New stars and distant horizons are surely exciting, but one should also cherish each passing day, present or past. One day, they'll become memories worth holding on to. Schedule has been updated. All clear. What are you doing in my room? Ah, man.
I would never turn down Lord Phaethon.
Never scare me like that again, Vivian, please. I was so scared. I don't ever want to feel scared like that again. She's absolutely shot up to being my favorite character, like, so far in this game, like... I just never want... I don't want anything to happen to her since she's so precious and sweet. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was a happy little accident that I accidentally leveled her up to 60 instead of stopping her at 50 like I do for others. I guess part of me knew that I'd like her this much.
I would never turn down Lord Phaethon.
Thank God. I never want to be scared like that again.
You have my complete support. Huh?
How should I mod this?
You have Officer 140. We fighting? Away.
Good day.
Vivian.
Asset confirmed. Preparing to move.
Number 0.
You
Huh? Is something the matter? Only the brave will.
And you.
That's me.
Yeah, that looks good. What a fantastic story that was. My goodness. For an epilogue part 2, like I wasn't sure what to expect with this when I heard that there's gonna be like a second part to this epilogue, but man, am I not anything but disappointed. That was absolutely incredible. Vivian's incredible, Hugo's not bad either. And I cannot wait for whatever comes next in this wild, mad story. This game is so good.